Do all lives really matter? I'm Brian Lilley with TheRebel.Media. It should be pretty simple. All lives matter, right? Well, not according to some. Not according to some activists. This past weekend in Phoenix, Arizona, Democratic primary hopeful Martin O'Malley, the very liberal former governor of Maryland, appeared at the Netroots Nation Conference. He was speaking to a group of activists about police brutality when he said something he later had to apologize for. But listen to his actual words and see if you can figure out what he had to apologize for. What did he say that was so wrong?
Black lives matter, white lives matter, all lives matter.
Wait.
Black lives matter, white lives matter, all lives matter.
To the activist in that room, what he said that was wrong was anything more than Black Lives Matter. It should be simple. All lives matter, right? Well, apparently not to the activists in this group. They've forgotten the words put forward by the former hero of the civil rights movement in the United States, Martin Luther King.
Because I have a dream that my 4 little children will one day live in a nation where they will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character.
While King once called for everyone to be judged not by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character, these activists clearly want everything to be about skin color, to be about race. It's disturbing to see this going on. O'Malley did come out and apologize for saying all lives matter. CNN in their coverage trotted out a philosopher to explain why this was the right thing to do and that he shouldn't have been saying all lives matter. Apparently to some, this is white privilege. Well, O'Malley was shouted down several times by protesters from the Black Lives Matter movement as he tried to discuss what is an issue he says is very serious to him, and he's on their side. Check out this exchange where he was interrupted while trying to give a legitimate answer to a legitimate question.
Yeah, sure. Well, I'll just share with you, I'm trying to respond to the call of your question as best I can.
If you couldn't quite make it out, that protester was asking how many police officers had been killed by black men this year. Well, the answer is more than one. I don't have an exact tally, but I can point you to this story. Officer Darrell Holloway, a 22-year veteran of the New Orleans Police Department and a black father of 3. He was killed while transporting a prisoner, Travis Boyce, from the jail. Does his life matter? Because if Black Lives Matter, if that's what it's really all about, then the protesters, the activists, should have known that a black man killed a black police officer. Didn't appear to matter. This is about identity politics in the sickest form possible. I thought that we were supposed to be getting beyond race, beyond skin color, beyond trying to pigeonhole ourselves into these things. I thought it was about trying to find unity. Apparently not for these activists. They would rather forget the words of Martin Luther King and judge everybody by what's on the outside. Now, of course, they would quickly denounce anyone they thought was doing that. It's time for them maybe to take a look in the mirror.